When you have a medical issue, it can totally affect your relationship. And for women in particular, one of the common conditions that we have are fibroid tumors. So we have Dr. Deepak Arora from St. Vincent's. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
You're going to talk and help us understand some new treatment that you have to treat fibroid tumors.
That's right.
So what is that?
Let me give you a little background
Okay.
on little fibroids. In this country, we are doing something like 600,000 hysterectomies a year.
Really?
And 90% of them for our benign conditions.
Wow.
And 35% of all the hysterectomies done in the United States are for fibroid uterus. So that has a both economic and social cost.
Right.
People can be off for work anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Particularly, we have a lot of single moms who can't take 4 or 6 weeks off.
No way.
So more and more procedures are going in the direction of outpatient procedures, where people can get back to their normal lives and working lives in a very quick fashion.
And this new one that you're here to talk about, is this an outpatient procedure? Or do you stay overnight one night? Or?
We keep them overnight for pain management.
Okay.
But it is done under what we call conscious sedation. Patient is awake.
Okay.
Anyone who has a colonoscopy will know you are conscious, but you don't feel any pain or incision that we have to make
Thank
to
you.
put the catheter in there.
So now, how does this work? What exactly is happening in your body that's getting rid of these fibroids? Or
It is not getting rid of the fibroids, it is shrinking them.
oh,
The fibroids depend on the blood supply.
okay.
And they're in different segments of the uterus. It can be inside the cavity, they can be in the wall, or can be protruding into the abdominal cavity.
Okay.
So what is done, and they have very, very high volume of blood supply. So the way this procedure is done is a catheter is introduced through the femoral artery in the groin
Okay.
and threaded into the uterine artery, and we have very fine pellets under fluoro. They are injected. What they do is they go and block the blood supply to the fibroids.
It's like Star Wars.
Correct. And
It's amazing.
and then because of the lack of the blood supply, they start shrinking. It will be the same thing that what happens in postmenopausal age, when the blood supply decreases to the uterus and lack of hormones, they shrink in size.
Okay. You have one other procedure you and I were talking about. I'd like you to mention that real quickly, and then I want to talk about an event that you're having. It's for people who have heavy menstrual cycles.
Heavy menstrual cycle, in the same breath, a lot of hysterectomies are done for heavy menstrual cycles.
Really?
Yes. So about 8-10 years ago, the newer procedure started coming in called thermoablation.
Okay.
Thermoablation is a procedure where it's just like a DNC.
Okay.
Patient goes to the hospital or sometime in the surgery centers or even doctor's offices nowadays, where you put a balloon into the uterus and then heat the sugar water that we put in the balloon.
Okay.
It is all controlled by a computer. And within 8 minutes, the procedure I do, you have a passive heat that goes and destroys the baseline of the endometrium.
What I like about this is you're offering people options.
Correct.
So would you tell everybody the event that you have coming up? It's on March 9th, right?
March 9th in St. Vincent Charity Campus in Solon.
There it is. And this is you're going to talk about those two, at least the first procedure you were talking about with the fibroids. That's part of it, right?
No, I think, yes, fibroid is a part of it, but we are basically, our talk is about an hour.
Okay.
And we have same thing for heavy vaginal bleeding, fibroids, and different options women have.
Fabulous. Okay.
We don't
That's
concentrate
terrific.
on one because everybody wants something different.
It's all about options. Doctor, thank you
Choice.
so much for being here.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about this, you can get a hold of St. Vincent's at their website, stvincentcharity.com, or give you a call at 216-861-6200. Thanks again for being on.
Thank you.
Stay tuned because we've got Get a Life coming up.
Coming up, she talks, he listens, and listens, and listens. Kathy speaks up on handling a never-ending issue. And next week, meet the Queen of Coupons. She'll help you slash your spending and reap royal savings. Next week on Can You Relate with Kathy Dawson.